If someone is making excuses as to why they can't make time for you, it's not because they're too busy. It's because you're simply just not a priority. There is no such thing as too busy when someone wants to make time for you. Either you're a priority and they make it work, or you're not and they make an excuse. Welcome to my channel. I am Fronten'a, and today I am going to be reading you my audio blog titled, "There is no such thing as I'm too busy." For the written version of this blog, you can visit me on my website. The link will be listed below. Here on this channel, My Village Has No Elders, I talk about a range of topics that affect your mental health, either directly or indirectly. I share a lot of my personal experiences and how setting boundaries changed my life and my mental health. If you are finding value in my channel, please consider becoming a part of my village. Now, let's get into this audio blog. When someone says they are too busy to make time for you, it's not that they are too busy. The truth is, when someone wants to make time for you, they will. When you find that someone in your life is constantly making excuses for why they cannot make time for you, be it a romantic relationship, a friendship, or even a relationship with a family member or parent, understand that it's not about not having enough time. It's more about not having the desire to make that time available to you. Here's the thing. When someone says this, usually there are other things or people that hold more priority than you. I think that everyone can remember a time in their life when you wanted to do something that nothing or no one would stop you from doing. If you needed to, you would take time off or reschedule other conflicting commitments and so on. You would move the moon and the sun in circles upside down backwards to be able to participate in whatever it was that was important to you, right? That was not specific to just you. You have to know that. It's specific to all of us. We can and will make time for what we deem as important and as a priority. Now, it's super important that you understand this, because the thing is, when we are not clear on what role we play in someone's life, it can cause us to feel confused and conflicted about that person or the relationship that we have with that person. In so many relationships that I have had, I was left feeling hurt and sad because I held that person or relationship with such high regard, and I incorrectly assumed that that person's feelings for me was mutual. And honestly, it wasn't. I'm the kind of person who very much so values friendship, and I would go out of my way to make sure I was always being a good friend. I was available to my friends 24/7, no matter the time, no matter the need. I was there. I attended all of the things. And even when there was something conflicting, I would do my best to move things around as to not let my friends down. I had friends whom I may not have seen in years, only seeing on social media. And I would invite them to different celebrations that I would have. They would never show, but I would always attend the things they invited me to. I have even lost immediate family members with not one single friend making themselves available to me in the same ways that I had made myself available to them. I'm talking about deaths of very immediate family members. Family members that these people knew. It's crazy because over the last 8 years, I have lost my father, my 2-year-old niece, and the sudden death of my 31-year-old brother. And of all those very traumatic deaths, My only support person has only and always been my husband. Now, it's important to note that there have been immediate family member deaths to pretty much every friend I've had, and I was always supportive the entire way through for everybody. But when that wasn't reciprocated, I felt hurt. I felt mad. I felt like, how can someone be such a lackluster friend to me when I have always been such a present friend to them? These inaccurately labeled friendships added to my mental health issues. And the thing is, this wasn't even the other person's fault. It took me a very long time to understand that the issue was never the other party. The issue was me and my inaccurately labeling that friendship. But first, a quick message from our sponsors. Have you ever been minding your own business, living your best life, and out of nowhere, catch a whiff of something? Something nasty? Yeah, that's you. But not to worry. All you have to do is give one quick swipe wherever you find funk, and poof, problem solved. Psych, y'all, I'm just playing. I ain't got no sponsors. Well, not yet. Hey. Hey. Now I'm clowning, but for real though, before we go into this next chapter, can y'all do me a favor and subscribe? Subscribe, please. Please subscribe. Go ahead. Subscribe. 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 Please subscribe. Please subscribe. Please. Why aren't you subscribing? Huh? Please subscribe. Oh, and I know I just asked you for a favor, but can you also give me one more little thing? I won't bother you again. Just a quick thumbs up, okay? Thanks. Now, let's get back into this audio blog.
All that's said is done. All that's done, gone.
I was labeling those friendships with a level of importance that far exceeded how they were labeling me. You see, when we inaccurately label a friendship and then place a certain level of priority on it, and then we don't get that back in return, what we are essentially doing is telling ourselves that this person means more to us than we mean to them. And this may or may not even be true. But whether it is or isn't true isn't even the issue here. You are participating in a one-sided relationship. And one-sided relationships can be very emotionally dangerous. And not to mention super taxing on our mental health. But there is a fix for this. And the fix is, you got to take one step back and reevaluate that relationship. For example, I inaccurately labeled a ton of relationships as friendships. That wasn't correct. What they actually were long-term acquaintances, or even just people I grew up with. So you have to understand, you can know someone for a very long time and them still not be a friend. Acknowledging that that person was actually not your friend is actually not a bad thing at all. You can still engage in that relationship, but place proper expectations on it before you do. The expectations I have for friends are far more different from the expectations I have of my homegirl. I am a firm believer in treating people how we want to be treated. And if you are giving this person access to your friendship when they don't deserve it, all you're doing is causing yourself more emotional harm. Take a step back, give that relationship a good old once over, And then place an accurate label on it with appropriate expectations. And lastly, you should be setting boundaries around that relationship moving forward. And let me tell you why. Peace can be found anywhere that boundaries exist. And girl, peace is the key essential to having good mental health. Be mindful of how you allow others to handle you. And forgive yourself for how you've handled you. Please consider becoming a part of my village. I think you'll like it here. Until next time. Since you're already here, you might as well watch another video. I'll just put it right here for you. It's right here. Just one little clip. Go ahead. So we can be together longer, okay? Alright guys, see you in the next one. Bye.